Alright, welcome everybody back to the channel and back to another episode prediction video. This one is for this week's up-and-coming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This would be Season 3, Episode 14, entitled El Matadero. There's probably another way to pronounce it, but that's what I'm seeing here, so that's how I'm gonna do it. You might hear some noises, okay? I do have the windows open. It is extremely hot. I apologize for it, but I mean, really, there was like no noises like that whatsoever up until I clicked record, and now it's just happening. Anyways, El Matadero, alright, we have Season 3, Episode 14. There's only 3 episodes left, most likely going to be packed into 2, obviously Episode 14, and then probably Episode 15 and 16 we have to expect to be probably a 2-hour episode. Because if it wasn't, you know, and they just did the episodes normally, we'd probably have, well, we would have Season 3, Episode 16 running into the same day as Season 8, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead. So, if they didn't do that, then we're going to have to watch Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead on the same night, which I don't really see that happening. So, we'll see. I'm guessing it's 15 and 16, probably next week together. 2 hours. Alright, so, with that being said, El Matadero here, we have a synopsis, as always. So, go down in the description to find a link over to this page. You guys can read along with me. It's very short, very brief, if you will. Alicia encounters a potential ally. Ophelia fights for survival, and Nick uses his skill set for profit. All right, so like I said, it's a very vague synopsis. All right, we know that Alicia obviously went off on her own. It says that she encounters an ally, and actually in the sneak peek for this episode, which again, all links will be down in the description below to the sneak peek, the website here, and of course the promo. In the sneak peek for this episode, Alicia's essentially come across a car, okay? And she starts looting this car, and as she's about to start taking stuff out of the car for her, you know, survival, if you will, somebody approaches her from behind and basically says, hey, you take my shit, I'll, I don't know, was it, I'll cut you or something? Or, you know, it was something along those lines. So, we have somebody that is obviously not very violent approaching Alicia. Alicia does get out of the car and aim her gun at her. But again, I don't think that the person is very violent because she did approach her from behind. Alicia had no idea she was there. So I feel like, you know, if she really wanted to hurt Alicia, she probably could have, right? But either way, like I said, that's what I think it means by potential ally, because obviously she approached her in a, well, the friendliest you can get in this world, right? The friendliest you can get in the post-apocalyptic zombie apocalypse we got going on here. So, by saying, you know, and not just killing her, you know, by saying just don't take any of my stuff. I think that's probably the best way possible to approach it nowadays, you know, honestly, without just coming up behind you and pointing the gun at you, you know. Well, anyway, the rest of the synopsis here, we have Ophelia fights for survival. We're not really sure what that means. Obviously, we can assume something happens to Ophelia on the way to the dam. I'm not really sure what's going on here. We don't really get to see any hints of that in the promo. We do get to see, what is it? It's not Crazy Eyes. That's off Orange and the Black. Crazy something or other. I don't remember his name. But he jumps out of the vehicle and basically says stop. And he jumps out of the vehicle, starts running. So I'm not sure if, you know, something happened there with Ophelia, or you know, I feel like he does care about her, you know, a lot, and cares for her safety, so that could be hinting towards something. But other than that, we don't really get to see here what happens to Ophelia. At the end of the promo, we do get to see Madison approach Daniel, and Daniel actually ends up asking her, you know, where's Ophelia, and that's basically where the promo cuts off. So we do know from that promo alone, that part of the promo alone, that Daniel and Madison, you know, they do end up getting to the dam. Whether or not something happens to Ophelia before they get to the dam, if something did happen to Ophelia before they get to the dam, that'd be very inconvenient, because as of right now, Daniel believes them that Ophelia is alive. And if they make it back there and say, like, Ophelia died or something on the way here, you know what I mean? How does that sound? Let's be honest. She's, you know, 1 second she's perfectly fine, and as soon as you're about to show him her, you know, you're just coming up with an excuse that she's now dead, right? That would be pretty unlikely, but it's obviously true, as we know it. Daniel doesn't, though. Daniel truly doesn't. But either way, that'd be inconvenient. Honestly, I think that would probably cut some ties there. I'm not sure between Madison and Daniel, but that would definitely probably put some doubt in Daniel's mind on whether or not Madison was actually telling the truth and what she has in store. And, you know, Daniel knows that Madison is sort of manipulative, right? So, he could take it as a shot against him. You know, maybe she was lying the whole time. Or maybe he'll take it good. Who knows? We have no idea. Honestly, we don't even know if Ophelia is dead right now. I mean, in the synopsis, it does say she fights for her survival, but does that mean she just gets trapped in the middle of a horde? Or does she, I know it kind of seems silly, but does she fall off the truck and get separated from the group? Like, we have no idea what happens, you know what I mean? So I'm interested to see what happens there with Ophelia. It's definitely an interesting storyline. The rest of the promo, or the synopsis rather here, it says Nick uses his skill set for profit. And the only thing I can really take from this is in the promo here, we get to see Nick and Troy actually covered in blood. Now, we do know that they went after Alicia, basically trying to, you know, follow her in a way of just kind of keep an eye on her, right? Just keeping an eye on her just so she doesn't get into too much trouble or danger. And, you know, obviously just keep an eye on her to keep her safe from a distance, right? Because I don't think Alicia knows that they're following him, or her, rather. Anyways, we do get to see Troy and Nick at night, both covered in blood, obviously using Nick's strategy of, you know, covering himself in dead walker guts to, you know, get through hordes of walkers. And we see Troy here looking at Nick down the street, basically saying, Nick, you know, come on, we have to go. And the next shot is essentially Nick just standing right beside a horde, almost leading them on in a way. I'm not really sure what's going on there. He was just sort of staring at the horde. Did he see something, or is he leading them towards something? I have really no idea whatsoever. It could be the latter, you know, leading them towards something. We've seen him do it before, right? So I don't know. I feel like they're probably using that technique to get into a town where maybe supplies are, but the town was surrounded by these hordes of walkers, and, you know, obviously they're going to use Nick's skill set to get that profit of whatever it is in that town, whether that be food, water, you know, whatever. I'm definitely interested to see, you know, what's going on there, ammunition, supplies, anything at this point, right? They lost the ranch. They don't really have too much supplies, right? So I think anything at this point would be pretty good for their group. So anyways, guys, as for screenshots, we get to see Madison and Strand here, sort of like in it looks to be like a barn area. I'm not really sure where they're at. The rest of the screenshots here, we have Alicia actually pointing a gun at probably the person I was talking about who snuck up on her. And we have, again, Madison kind of just sitting here in what looks to be some sort of maybe a farmhouse or a barn, or, you know, I don't know, something. There's metal tins behind her. Maybe, you know, maybe that's a trough. I really have no idea. That's just speculation. But again, links and everything will be down in the description below to the website, which you can, you know, follow along the synopsis and look at the screenshots, look at the promo, look at the sneak peek, whatever you guys want to do. Make your own conclusions and leave it down in the comment section below, and we'll talk about it. What you guys think is going to happen this episode? El Matadero. Let's go ahead and Google search that real quick. I'm not sure what it means, right? So let's just go ahead and see if we can figure it out. All right. So Spanish translates to English. It translates the slaughterhouse. So that's interesting. That is interesting. Like I said, it looks like they're in some sort of farm building. It could very well be a slaughterhouse. Now that I'm kind of looking at it more, it does look like there's, I don't want to say it's blood. It could very well be rust, but it is sort of a red tinge on like some of the doors, right? So that could definitely hint towards it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but the slaughterhouse intrigues me. I'll tell you that much. It would be cool to sort of see like a cannibal storyline. I know that we have that in The Walking Dead, but I mean sort of one that we have in The Walking Dead Telltale video game, like Season 1. I thought that was a really cool storyline. If we could have something like that in Fear the Walking Dead, it would be pretty cool. So, I don't know, let me know what you guys think of that. Slaughterhouse, you know, could mean anything. It could mean that, or, you know, it could literally just mean it's a slaughterhouse where they slaughter pigs and stuff. So It could be just as basic as that. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, make sure you guys go ahead and hit it up with a like and share it with your friends. Tell me in the comment section below what you guys think is going to happen in this episode, if you guys are going to be tuning in. And again, it looks like there's only 3 episodes left at the very most, right? Because last season we had 15 episodes. This season I'm thinking it's 16, but I could be wrong. It might only be 15, so who knows. But either way, I think it's either going to be 15 next week, going to be the last episode, or it's going to be 15 and 16 next week. So otherwise, it's going to lead into The Walking Dead. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. That is enough for now. Make sure you guys go ahead and tune into tomorrow's video if you guys want to see what Zer has in his inventory for Destiny 2. And if you guys like gaming videos, I will be posting more on the weekend. I actually have a plan to record a video pretty much right after this, and that'll probably either be posted tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.